What's up, everyone? My name's Casey Francis O'Brien, and God has told me to make this video. The best way I can explain it is that when I'm in motion and I'm moving, when I'm riding my bike, when I'm walking, I get a sort of ping, like a download. You know, Zia's from the Aiden Ross streams went on Aiden Ross and said he got a download. Sneeko and Kanye West just told the world that we're in a video game. So I just wanted to give some advice. I've been alone for my whole life. I grew up deep in the rural Vermont mountains, and my family was not from the area. My family had pretty bad mental health issues. I feel because we were targeted. You know, like during breakthrough moments, the enemy or the devil, the Antichrist, the mind flayer, whatever the demiurge, whatever name they give it, went really hard on us. But I'm so grateful because I would have never known how my truest potential if I didn't have all these horrific challenges. So I remember a time when I was lost. I didn't have the ability to work in the world the way that I could work in my mind. Trauma had disassociated me, and I was insanely spiritual, but I had a lot of trouble doing anything out here. It was war. I had to go to war just to go through a grocery store, or to ask someone for gas money to get me back on the road to DoorDash, to get enough money to get gas to DoorDash for 12 hours just to get 20 bucks that I could spend on a Monster Energy drink, a Black and Mild, and enough gas to get me to where the cops won't kill me. I'm in the country. And that was through winters. This is I think my fifth winter I've been out here. I know how to talk to birds. I know how to set my intentions and keep a boundary. I know all about gang stalking. I know all about spiritual warfare. I know all about pretty much everything people are going through right now. But I only choose to deal with it at a grounded, simple level. Because if you haven't noticed, the sun is getting brighter, the air is getting less dense, the people are getting weirder. Certain people are getting more normal, and certain people are getting more robotic. But to start, I want to tell everyone that nothing was ever promised. Every moment could be your last. When this video hits 6 minutes, I could be dead. God knows there's a lot of people that want to kill Casey. Because Casey was good looking in high school. And the country people, the devil's using me, my image, to target these people. And they get very upset and they come at me. And all of a sudden I have an angry mob for things I can't control. So if you're worried about the end of the world, nothing's guaranteed. It's not even a game of probability. It's that every time you choose to get out of bed or not to get out of bed. I know people who've had trees fall on them walking. I know someone that was walking through the woods outside their property, crushed them. I know people who have been shot in their house by stray bullets that was meant for somebody else in an intersection, and this old woman was in her apartment all the way over here. The bullet missed, went right through the wall and hit her. and she lived. And I definitely saw her in church next week. Uh, so yeah, this moment could be your last. So don't get too caught up in everything in front of you. That's just a decision you have to make. Once you learn to enjoy this, then you can find balance between what's way out there and being able to be right here. The next thing is that at the end of the journey to perfection, so if, say, you don't want to die and there's something great you want to do, at the end of all branches, of all the roads you could take, it comes back to just simplicity. All the times that I've been on stage or got the girl or got hit the PR bench press or made the perfect song or finished the project, built the wall, painted the building, traveled, walked hundreds of miles, hiked the mountain. At the end of all those journeys, it's just that you find the ability to enjoy the beauty of simplicity in the moment. I get more enjoyment now being in my cabin in the woods and raking the leaves when it falls every year, clearing out my space so that I can start planting seeds and letting them grow while the birds are around me and building nests, and I get to see the babies grow and the families sprout up and the world rotate. Way more enjoyment slow that way. Like my brother used to say, nature grows slow, before he passed, my little brother. And than I ever did rampaging through city streets, fighting through the matrix at the worst time for the spiritual war post COVID when everyone's freaking out and don't know how to act, and anxiety and paranoia are at an all time high. And I have a huge target on my head. And I used to wear much worse clothes. And I was fighting just to make my songs, get enough money to fix my computer. And I never did. But I performed and I outperformed everyone in that city for a summer. And I got exactly what I needed to be able to get back home to see my family one last time before they died. A crow has come to join us. And the little bird is chasing the crow away. So, even if you did what you're trying to do, all the goals and dreams you have, at the end of it, you do come right back to where you started, but with more of you to enjoy and experience. You've just learned the value of doing things. So even if the world ended tomorrow, it would still be in the present moment. And the things that you would have done or could have done would be floating around your brain the same way your dreams are right now. It would just be past tense instead of present or future tense. The mind has no difference between inside and outside, and the reality of the situation is that there's no such thing as the inside or outside. We, for a while, had just forgotten how to connect. You fucked all those girls you jerked off to in your mind. You led an army to battle. You defeated the evil. You saved the girl. But I get it. If I could go back and spend more time with my brother, a squirrel has come to join us. Can you see him? So isn't that freeing? That Queen song is in my head, that nothing really matters. Other than that, the key to depression, anxiety, self-doubt, maybe guilt and shame, fear of the outcome, addiction, trauma, most of that can be solved by finding a place where you can get away from it all and rest. I think. I think everyone would be healed from everything, maybe not physical injuries, if they had a tent, a place far away from everyone to hang out, that's close enough so that they don't have to worry about bears or mountain lions, with enough supplies so that they can do things while they're out there, or at least just to get out there to remove themselves from their bad and toxic environment. Once you're there, you have the ability to actually start changing, to really see your problems in isolation, to hammer it out, change it, work it, build your perspective, grow. It's like you're trying to become one of these big trees, but your environment has a cap, and you're stuck just fighting the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. When you leave it and you go somewhere you can be free, it's a baby woodpecker. So that's it. The living forest. The best way to stop a habit is to change a habit. I was living fat, tired, lonely, hating myself, ruminating, cycling through traumas and cycles of just the same thing, reliving the experiences over and over again. When I finally got a camping stove out there in the woods, and I didn't have, the nearest grocery store was about 5 miles. There was a McDonald's a mile away from me, and I'm on a mountain. So then I could start stacking up food, getting Walmart deliveries, which is $6 a month plus food stamps, to have Walmart delivered to you. I would just pay the food stamps, stack up what I can, and do that. Eventually, I started getting donations from helping people on the internet. I would help people, and they would return the favor because they believed in me, and their life was better because of me. So they, in turn, showed me gratitude, and I was able to spend that on things like tents, camping fuel, and hopefully in the future I'll be able to get like a camper or a motorcycle or an e-bike or something. If I just hustle it out. But I'm not worried about it, because if I did, I'd be so stressed I would have never made it here. And this is beautiful. Look at this. When I get so worried about the future, I hide. But when I learn the present moment and how to enjoy myself, I freed up bandwidth to make better decisions. And because of the camping stove and the changing from going to McDonald's and getting junk food, and I changed it to what's the healthiest junk thing I can get. So I make chicken taco burritos with the nice sauce. I found something that gives me the same feeling as the junk food, made of healthy ingredients. And now when I eat, I'm full. What used to be me feeding parasites and feeling the parasites churning that dopamine, and then when I needed more, they would trigger my brain. I have to go get more. To instead, with the tacos and the eggs, now I can, and I got eventually, and this took years, but I persevered. You might not have the same struggle I had. You might be able to do it now. I got a pull-up and dip bar, so while I'm cooking the tacos, I do pull-ups and dips out in the forest. When it rains, I go out and rake because it's easier to make the leaves. So I started changing my active activities, and now the feeling that used to feed the parasites is me feeling my muscles growing and me getting bigger. It's now me being excited to find where I've dulled myself in trauma and survival, and being able to just let go and rise, grow. I broke my habits by changing them. Instead of being stuck and thinking about how the hell am I going to do this, I did something different. The cravings shifted. I don't yearn for McDonald's. I don't want McDonald's. When I smell McDonald's, when I think about going there, I can smell the shit in the drinks. Instead, I yearn for something better. I long, and I'm able to aim and change my goal now because I got up and got more active. I started doing things instead, not stopping it, doing things instead. I still keeping the forward movement going, but I changed my trajectory. Once you're out of the pit and you're in the present moment where the future could be anything, the rest is just growth over consistency. The world, you could die right now, but if you don't die, you're just looking for things you can enjoy. How far you want to take that is up to you. – 99% of the world's problems is that they don't know how to start at the smallest. It's the age of Pisces. All of these people have dreamed so big, and they live so far in their delusion, entitlement, or beliefs, whatever you call it. They don't know 50. They don't know 50 push-ups. Is right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, fucking bitch. You know how long it used to take me to run in circles? I would run in circles in my house. Be like, just do one. Just do one. Just do one. Okay, now just do 3. I just get up and run in circles. Sometimes for an hour. Because I couldn't stop my mind. 5 years of homelessness 10 years of being alone outside of DCF. The last thing I'll say is that I, laying in the ground in Burlington, Vermont in 2023, asked God, please, or the universe, please give me a bird right to left if I'm doing the right thing. If I'm walking down a street and a bird goes right to left, I know, do it. It's encouraging me. Left to right, don't do it. Discouraging me. Change my perspective until the bird changes. And the cars started doing it, the bugs, the birds. I would see red car left to right, bird left to right, bug left to right in front of my face, literally pollen and leaf falling all at the same time. The whole universe works much greater than I realized in the intentions of the Creator. The symphonies of life is so much bigger and more complex than I had imagined. I thought it was hard for them to make a bird fly. They can make the whole universe move at their fingertips. I followed seagulls right to left through Burlington, and at the end of it was $100, a wallet that I had lost 6 months ago. It's on the ground, and I met MGK at a McDonald's. And MGK told me I was trying to be famous so that everyone would respect me and I could finally come home to the narcissistic evil parents in the town that betrayed me, beat me down because I looked good. And he told me all about how much fame is a trap and that he'll never be able to experience life like I had it. And that he gets so delusional, he was drinking his fucking girlfriend's blood, trying to feel close to where I feel when everyone's against me and I'm lying in the mud, trying to survive, fighting through sub-zero degrees for weeks at a time, using my body heat to keep me alive, making it through war zones where homeless people with hatchets are coming to kill me. And the cops are encouraging us and the townspeople to kill us, the homeless people. I've had to fight for my life several times. Me spending a whole decade trying to do this great thing. Looking back, I did the best. When I speak to my heroes now, I have something they never will. Experience. Rites of passage. I'm so proud of myself. So I think no matter what happens, as long as you keep going with these perspectives, you're not going to lose. There's only room to grow, and you only learn and be a better version of yourself. And every day you'll be more proud. Just never abandon yourself and never